Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're doing a much-needed security checkup. Look, the whole scam game has completely changed thanks to AI. But the good news is, so have our defenses. All right, let's jump right in and see how you can stay one step ahead.
So let's kick things off with this idea, because it really sets the stage. We used to be told, look for the spelling mistakes in an email, right? Well, those days are long gone. The game has totally changed. Scammers aren't just trying to hack your computer anymore. Nope. They're hacking something way more fundamental. They're hacking trust. And this right here is the main weapon they're using. People are calling it the grandparent scam 2.0, and for good reason. What's absolutely wild is that all a scammer needs is just a few seconds of your audio. I'm talking as little as 3 seconds, maybe from a social media video you posted, and boom, they can create a shockingly realistic clone of your voice. Okay, so let's break this down. To really build up our defenses, you gotta know what you're up against. So first, let's understand the weapons these scammers are using now. So it really boils down to 2 key threats you need to know about. First, there's that voice cloning we just talked about, which leads to those horrible, frantic calls from a relative in trouble. And then there's deepfake phishing. This is where it gets even crazier. Think fake video calls or messages from your boss or a friend asking for something urgent. See the pattern? It's all about faking an identity in a way that feels super personal and incredibly real.
But you know what's really interesting here? For all this futuristic AI tech, the game plan is, well, it's ancient. It's still all about psychology. The whole point is to hit your panic button, to make you so scared and rushed that you stop thinking and just react. So remember this, if you feel that wave of pure panic, that right there, that's the scam.
All right, so how do we fight back? It's time to become a bit of a digital detective. Let's get into how you can spot these fakes, because knowing your enemy is half the battle.
First up, fake apps. You see these all the time in social media ads, right? The icon looks right, the name looks right, but you have to look deeper. Always, always check the developer's name in the App Store. A legit app will have something simple, like WhatsApp LLC. The fakes, they'll add extra fluff to sound trustworthy, like WhatsApp Messenger Secure Limited. They're hoping you're in a hurry and won't notice. And here are 2 more super quick checks you should do for any app. First, what I call the permissions audit. Just ask yourself one simple question. Does this app really need this? I mean, does a calculator app really need access to your contacts and your microphone? No way. That's a huge red flag. Second, look at the reviews. An app with a perfect 5-star rating but only like 50 reviews? Something's fishy. A real popular app will have thousands, if not millions, of reviews. Okay, now what about texts and emails? Well, AI is actually too good at grammar. It sounds almost robotic. The biggest giveaway is what we can call the context gap. See, an AI doesn't know your personal life. It has no shared memories. So a human friend might text, "How are the kids?" An AI scammer, it might say something that's grammatically perfect but emotionally just off. Like, "How is your offspring doing?" Nobody talks like that.
Okay, listen up, because this next part is probably the most important section. Knowledge is great, but now it's time for action. Seriously, if you can, grab your phone and let's do this together. We're gonna build your digital fortress step by step right now.
First stop, WhatsApp. This is a big one. Go into your settings, find privacy, then calls, and turn on silence unknown callers. This one little toggle is a game changer. Why? Because it stops scammers from ever getting you on the phone in the first place. They can't record your voice to clone it later, and more importantly, they can't catch you off guard with one of those panic-inducing calls. All right, while we're still in WhatsApp, let's add another layer. Set up a PIN using 2-step verification. Now this is crucial because it protects you from a nasty scam called SIM swapping. That's where a thief basically steals your phone number from your carrier. But here's the thing. Even if they manage to do that, they still can't get into your WhatsApp without that 6-digit PIN you just created. Okay, let's switch over to your Google account. It's time to do something radical. Let's kill the password. Seriously, you need to switch to passkeys. Instead of typing a password, you just use your face or your fingerprint to log in. And think about it, if there's no password to type, there's nothing for a scammer to steal in a phishing attack. It makes you basically phish-proof. And one last little tweak for your Google account. This is all about housekeeping and minimizing your digital footprint. Go into your data and privacy settings and find your web and app activity. You can set it to auto-delete everything older than 3 months. The logic is simple. If your account ever does get breached, there's just less data, less history, fewer locations for a thief to dig through and use against you.
So we've locked down the tech, which is awesome, but the tech is only part of the solution. Your best, your ultimate defense, well, it doesn't require any technology at all. It's all about being human. And this is so simple, it's brilliant. I want you to go home and agree on a family safe word, something totally random and a little silly that no one would ever guess, like purple giraffe. That way, when you get that terrifying call from your son or daughter who's in trouble, you stay calm and just ask one question. What's the safe word? An AI voice can't answer that. The scam falls apart instantly.
And this leads me to a golden rule, maybe the most important rule of all. Never trust an incoming call. I don't care if it's your bank, Amazon, or the police. The second you feel that pressure, your move is simple. Hang up. Then you calmly go to their official website, you find the real phone number yourself, and you call them. When you're the one making the call, you know for sure who you're talking to.
Whew, okay, we have covered a ton of ground here. So to make sure this all sticks, let's pull it all together into one simple cheat sheet. This is your action plan.
And here it is, your whole 2025 security plan on one screen. You've got the human element, the family safe word, you've got the critical WhatsApp settings, and you've got your Google account locked down with a passkey and auto-deleting history. This, right here, this is your roadmap. This is how you go from feeling anxious about all this stuff to feeling empowered and totally in control. So I just want to leave you with one final thought. You can have all the best settings, all the most secure apps in the world, but are your habits secure? Because ultimately your awareness, that little pause you take before you click, that healthy dose of skepticism you feel when someone is trying to rush you, that is the most powerful security tool you will ever have.